through your feet. Feel the mat. And then we'll come up to the knees, soft knees, hands on the bony projections on your pelvis, and we'll just tilt your pelvis forward and backwards. And then we'll settle in neutral spine, which is in the middle. And then drawn up through your stomach, through your core, make yourself taller, feel yourself grow. Lift your head so you're nice and tall. Shoulders, just give them a couple of rolls backwards. Release any tension. Check you're not holding any tension in your jaw. And then we'll just start with the breath. So inhale and exhale through pursed lips. Let any tension go. And inhale, exhale. Another inhale. And as you exhale, draw in your core, your pelvic floor. Remember your core is your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, your transverse abdominis, and your lumbar diffidus, which is down your spine. Another inhale. And exhale, draw in that core. And then we'll just connect the movement with the breath. So we're going to bring one arm up. So we're just warming up the shoulders, like toy soldier arms. So we're just warming up that shoulder joint. Remember your breath. And of course your core. And then bring both arms up to the ceiling. Turn to the right. And as you exhale, scoop down, come up the other side, and back to center. Inhale to prepare, look to the left. So you're rotating at your hips, your bony projections stay sort of pointed as you turn the upper part of your body, but then as you roll down, your hips are moving. We're just warming up that lower part of the spine. Do that a couple more times on each side. And then give your body a shake. Shake your shoulders, nice and loose. And then we'll get back into correct posture, so feet hip distance apart, and we'll just start pedaling the feet. So we're just warming the feet up. And then if you feel, this is a balance exercise, if you feel comfortable doing so, we're just going to come up onto your tippy toes and back down. If you're not comfortable doing that, just continue pedaling the feet, just one at a time. But if you do feel like you want more of a challenge, come up to your tiptoes and back down. So here we need to remember the core, that's strong, that's keeping your body centered and still as you move. And imagine you're between two panes of glass, so you're going directly up. You're not rolling your feet out or in, you're going directly up and back down. And keep the breath with the flow of the movement. Then if you want a bit more of a balance challenge, we can introduce double arms. And if you want some more, you can hold. And back down. Do a couple more like that. And then give your body a shake again. So shake your feet, shake your arms, shake your wrists, your ankles. And then come back to correct posture, feet hip distance apart. arms directly out to the side. We'll inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, turn your right palm up and look at it. And then switch to the other side. So now we're just warming up the neck, and we're rotating the shoulder joint. Warming up the shoulders a little bit more. Remember that core is still engaged, keeping your body strong and centered. And you can introduce pedaling the feet again. So this is good for balance and coordination. At any time, if you're finding something difficult, just go back a level. So if you feel your balance isn't very good today, you can just concentrate on the arms. Give me 2 more each side. And then come to the back of your mat. And we'll do the roll down. So inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And imagine your spine's against the wall. You're peeling 1 vertebra at a time off the wall. Your arms are loose. You're holding no tension in your shoulders. Carefully, you're not popping your bum out backwards. When you get to the bottom, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, draw your belly button to your spine. Feel like someone's pulling your hands to the mat, so you're opening your shoulders. And you're coming up, stacking 1 vertebra at a time on top of each other. Shoulders back and down. Chin a little bit tucked in, so you've got a double chin. Inhale at the top. And exhale, roll back down. Yes. Deep inhalation at the bottom, and then as you come up, exhale. Feel your shoulders open across the back of your ribs. We're moving the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Then we'll do that once more. And this time, walk your hands down onto the mat. And we'll come on to all 4s. Now I know, Wendy, if you want to sit on your chair, if anyone's got any knee problems, just give me a wave. Yeah, so you can sit on a chair as well, Liz.
Kitchen chair, not the couch. Sorry. Smashing.
So, Liz, all you're going to do, Wendy, is just curl your spine. So we're just moving your spine. Everybody else, if your knees are all okay, come onto all 4s so your hands are directly beneath your shoulders. Your knees are a little bit behind your hips. And we're just going to inhale. And as you exhale, scoop your spine up. Bring your spine into a C shape. Feel the stretch along the back. Inhale back to neutral spine. And then exhale, draw your belly button in. This is really important here. Draw your belly button in. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, scoop your spine up. Really feel that stretch along your back. And inhale back to center. Then exhale. Look up. Draw your belly button in. So you're not letting your belly button hang to the mat. You're keeping your core engaged. And then from here, those on all 4s, if you just look to your left. So you should be able to see just the left hip over your shoulder. And the other way. Those sat on the chair, if you just keep moving that lower spine. And then from all fours, come back to child's pose. And stretch. How's that for Liv and Wendy?
Shut it off.
Yeah. So for child's pose, reach your arms, active hands, reach forwards. Try and get your forehead on the mat and feel the stretch. Breathe into your back. Breathe into those ribs, fill your lungs. And then walk your hands to the right and feel the stretch of the left side of your body. Again, give 3 deep breaths. If you're on the chair, you can do a side stretch and breathe into that. So feel the stretch up there. Breathe right into the side of your ribs. And then for child's pose, walk your hands to the left side and feel the stretch up the right side of your body, and give me 3 deep breaths from there. And if you sat on the chair, the opposite side, lift your arm up and breathe into those ribs. So feel the stretch right up the side of your ribs. Breathe into the ribs. Excellent. Then we'll come on to our stomach. Is everyone okay with lying on their stomach?
Yeah, I'm all right with my stomach.
Brilliant. So tilt. Oh no, it's you, isn't it? Well, change how I see everyone else.
So we'll just start with single leg lifts. So pointed toe. You can put your arms, palms down, forehead down, or obviously if you need to see me, you can turn your head to the screen. So we'll just alternate with a pointed toe, just single leg lift. And then taking the right foot up, we're going to point, flex the foot, point the foot, and back down. Left leg, point, flex, point, and down. Right, point, flex, point, and down. So here, check, is your core engaged? Is your belly button lifted up off the mat? Or is it just lying there? If it's lying there, you're not working properly. You must have your core engaged. So keep with that movement. This is a great coordination exercise. So next time with your right foot in the air, flex your foot so it's towards the ceiling. Put your right hand on your right bum cheek. Engage your bum cheek, so squeeze it, and then we're going to lift. So lift that leg, push the foot flat towards the ceiling. Is that core engaged? So 2 more. And hold it, and then pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Then bring the left foot up, flex your foot, engage your core, and we'll lift. So check that that glute's working. You can put your hand on your bum cheek to check. Two more. And on this last one, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Then drop back to child's pose. Or give your bum a rub, whatever you feel you need.
Yeah. I do stretch.
And then come back onto your stomach. Hands in closed position. So your elbows should be level with your shoulders. Palms flat to the floor, forehead on the floor. We're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, engage your core, lift your forehead off the mat, so you're using your back muscles here. And inhale back down. So check here that your bum is switched off. You're not using your glutes to lift. You're using your back muscles. So if you're squeezing your bum, you're doing it wrong. So your bum should be relaxed. And it should just be your back that's working it. So exhale to lift, engage core, inhale down. And as you exhale, we'll start rotating the head and neck. Look to your left arm and lift that off the floor. Then look to your right arm, lift that off the floor. So we've got a bit of neck rotation as well as back extension. Remember that core is on, but your bum is switched off. And keep with the breath. And then relax onto the mat. If you need to stretch, have a little stretch. Everybody okay?
You know what I'm thinking for these, we could probably just let's say to people stay off mute for Pilates. It's like if there's no one like no dogs or background stuff.
Then arms back in cossack position, and we're going to do single leg lift. So here, we're going to keep the legs long and straight, so point your right foot. So here your glute is engaged, so again you can put your hands on your bum and check. So your glute should be engaged to lift those legs. So we'll lift the right leg, and then the left leg. Slow, controlled movement. It's not about how high you lift, it's about the control. Make sure that core is still switched on, your belly button's drawn up off the mat. You're using your core and your glutes here to lift those legs. So now you can continue with the legs and you can add in the arms. So we'll do opposite arm to leg with the neck rotation. If you're not comfortable with that, you can do either legs or arms. Keep with the breath. If you want more intensity, you can make your arms longer. So if you do that, just keep your forehead, eyes down. So you exhale as you lift, and inhale as you come down. So it's a nice controlled movement. You're working all along your back and your glutes. Give me one more each side, and then drop down to child's pose. Then we'll come on to our right side. So palm up head on your bicep. If you've got a towel or a narrow cushion, you can use that if you need to support your neck. We're going to bend our knees so your feet are in line with your bum and your spine. So you should draw a straight line from your hands through your ear, your shoulder, your hip to your feet. And then we'll extend that top leg, point the foot, and we'll do single leg lift to the side. So here, cores engaged, belly button drawn into the spine. Imagine you've got a little ladybird underneath your waist. You're holding that core in, you don't want to squash that ladybird. So you lift it up, your waist lifted up off the mat. So exhale as you lift, inhale as you come down. The controlled movement, it's not about how high your leg goes, controlled movement. Then hold your leg up and we'll pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then tuck that leg up and give it a rub. Then we'll take that leg back, out, flex the foot and bring it forward so it stays at hip height. You're not dropping towards the mat. Then bring it back and point your foot back. So flex it forward and point back. So as you flex forward, exhale. Remember that ladybird, I hope we haven't squashed it. And point back. So exhale forward, point back. Careful you're not rocking, so you're strong through your core. It's just about the movement in your hip. And then this time, double exhale. Inhale back. Double exhale. Inhale back. Inhale back. One more. Inhale back. Then rest that top leg on your bottom leg and we'll go into clam. So you're just lifting those knees apart, core's still drawn in, ladybird still alive. Exhale as you lift those knees apart. Then bring your feet to hip height, so lift them off the mat and we'll continue with the clam there. That's just a wider clam. So exhale as you open, inhale as you close. And then rest your legs on the mat. Bring your arms forward in front of you, palms together. Again, you can use a pillow, cushion or towel. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, open up. Exhale all the way back and open out your chest. And then come back, palms together. Inhale to prepare, reach up to the ceiling and then exhale back. And then come back, palms together. And reach. And on this last one, bring your left leg forwards, the top leg forwards. Look to your palm and reach your toes far apart. So you're stretching from your palm to your toes. You should feel a full stretch on the inside of your arm all the way along that sideline. And breathe into it. So 3 big deep breaths into that stretch. And with each exhale, feel like you're stretching more. And then come back. Then we'll go on to our back. Legs extended. So the same leg you've just worked should be your left leg. Bring your knee in, and we're just going to do little hip circles. So we're just circling the hip joints. If you go across the centre of your body first, so an internal rotation first. So it's just a tiny little movement. We're just moving that ball and socket joint. And then change direction. Then extend the leg and continue that circle. So it's a tiny little movement. Imagine that your ball and socket joint, so your pelvis is a cup of tea and your leg is the teaspoon, and you're stirring the teaspoon around the cup. So you're going right around the outside of the cup. It's not a very big one, but you're just moving that joint. And then change direction. Is your core still engaged? Protecting your spine. And then hug that knee in. Then bend your right leg up, so your foot's flat on the mat. Cross your left leg over your thigh. Grab underneath your right leg and pull in. You should feel a stretch down the back of your glutes. Breathe into that stretch.
I should come.
And then we'll come on to the left side. Up, head on your bicep, knees bent. So imagine that you're lying against the wall, so your feet are flat against the wall with your bum and your shoulders. You're all in a straight line. Then extend that top leg, and we'll do the single leg lift. Remember your ladybird under your waist, so you've got your waist drawn in. Hand options here, you can have your fingertips on the mat, hand on your hip, or if you want more of a balance challenge, you can put your hand up in the air. So careful you're not rocking forwards and backwards. That's where your core comes in here, nice and strong. It's not about how high you lift your leg, it's controlled movement. Remember your breath, so the movement connects with the breath. And then hold that leg up and we'll pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then bring that leg up and give it a rub. Then take it back out to hip height and we'll flex forward and point back. So careful you're not rocking forwards and backwards with your upper body. Your upper body's nice and strong. You exhale, flex your foot forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, inhale back. Double exhale, inhale back. Inhale back. Remember your ladybird. We're not collapsing on the mat. And last one. And then bring that leg up. Give it a rub. Then put your leg on top of the other leg. So again, we're still in that feet flat against the wall with the bum and the shoulders. And we'll go into clam. So waist drawn in, core strong. Exhale as you open, inhale as you close. Then lift your feet to hip height and we'll do the wider raised clam. Exhale as you open, inhale as you close. Then rest your legs back down on the mat. Arms out in front of you. Palms together. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, rotate back and open up that spine. So spine twist. Then inhale and come back. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale down. And inhale back. Inhale, reach. And exhale down. And this time stay there. Extend that top leg forwards. And feel that stretch. Breathe into the side of your ribs. Really feel that deep stretch. And then come back. Lie with your back flat on the mat, legs extended, and we'll bring that right leg in the knee, give it a hug, and then we're going to start the hip circles. So just internal rotation first, so coming across the midline of your body, just a tiny little movement, you're just moving that hip, the ball and socket joint. And then change direction. Then extend that leg. And again, stir that spoon around the teacup. Draw a little circle with your toe. Remember your breath. And then change direction. And then hug your knee in. Bring your left leg up so your foot's flat on the mat. Cross your right leg over your left thigh. And then hug that in. So feel that glute stretch. Breathe into that stretch. Then with your feet flat on the mat, knees bent. So feet hip distance apart. So if you put your feet together, then step your heels out with your big toes still together. And then step your feet like your toes out. That should be hip distance apart. Just check. Check that your knees are in line with your hips. They're not rocking out or in. You can get a little cushion. I've got a ball here. And you can pop that between your knees just to keep them level. And then we're just going to start imprinting the spine into the mat. So the pelvic tilts that we did in the setup at the beginning, we're just rocking the pelvis forwards and backwards. So you're imprinting your spine into the mat. And then you're lifting it up, creating a bridge, if you like. Right. Then if you put your palms facing up, out to the side, we're going to go up into what's called a shoulder bridge. So if you come to neutral spine, where you have a little gap underneath, should be able to post a letter underneath there. Inhale to prepare. Check that your feet are flat on the mat. You're not putting weight on the outside or the inside or more on the balls of your feet or your heels. And then as you exhale, scoop your belly button into your spine. We're lifting your bum off the mat, your spine one vertebra at a time, coming up onto the shoulders. The bony projections on your hips, check they're equal. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, we're curling the spine back down onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. Rest back in neutral spine, so that letter you can pulse from underneath your mat. Inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, scoop your belly button to your spine, tuck that bum in, up underneath. You're lifting off one vertebra at a time. Check your feet, check your weight distribution on your feet. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll it down one vertebra at a time. So scoop that belly button in as you're coming back down to the mat. Make sure your spine is going one vertebra at a time onto the mat. Inhale in neutral spine. Exhale, scoop that belly button, lift your bum, peel your spine off the mat, up to your shoulders. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, one vertebra at a time back onto the mat. Then give your knees a hug into your chest. Then bring your legs to tabletop. So if you're not comfortable with two legs, you can just do one leg. That's absolutely fine. Core engaged. So tabletop, and we're just going to do single toe taps. So imagine you're dipping your toe into some water. You're just touching the top surface of the water and then coming back. So your core's engaged. Exhale as you dip your toe in the water. Then if you want a little bit more, you can extend your foot out so your heel touches the mat. And then extend your leg out long. If that's too difficult, continue just doing the toe taps. That's absolutely fine. Listen to your body, listen to what is right for you. So exhale as you extend. Keep that core strong. And then hook your knees in. Then feet flat on the mat, palms up, and we'll come up into ab prep. So inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, lift. So strong core, lift your shoulders off the mat. If you have neck problems, you can use your mat to lift up, but make sure it's your core that you're using and not your neck. And again, it's not about how high you come. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Then bring your legs to tabletop, either one or two, and continue that lift.
Up and down.
And then hold. And we're going to palms down for 3 beats, palms up for 3 beats, palm down for 3 beats. So use the breath. One more. and down. Give your body a full stretch. So reach your palms, reach your toes, and stretch.
Hiya, Lucy. Oh, I can't hear. Hang on. Is that
Sorry,
now?
can you hear? Sorry, I've just got to take my son to Scout. It starts at 7, so it's his first night back tonight. So I'm gonna leave now.
Oh, it's been lovely.
Okay, when's the next one?
It's going to be, it's not Friday, coming the Friday after on the 14th. So we're hoping to do it
Right.
basketball court if we can, if it's a nice night, if you want to join us there. But we'll
Right.
still be doing it on Zoom if you would prefer on Zoom.
Okay, thank you very much. See ya. Bye.
And bring your legs back up into tabletop. Come up into upright. And if you can, extend your legs, or you can do the toe tap. I'm really working your abs tonight. So core strong. Remember, no tension in your neck. It's all about your core. So 2 more each side. And then grab your feet into happy baby. If you can't get your feet, you can put your hands behind your knees. If you can't reach your feet. And enjoy that stretch. I love this stretch. And we'll come up to seated position. So here, you can either have your legs out straight in front of you or your knees crossed. If you're not comfortable sitting on the floor, you can sit on a chair if that's uncomfortable. Then just straight spine, arms out, shoulder height. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop your belly button in to your spine, and we're just going to make a C shape and then come back up. So exhale down, inhale up. Make sure your shoulders are down, they're not up near your ears. So imagine you've got a box between your palms. So your hands stay shoulder width apart. Your feet stay hip width apart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Then this time reach a little bit forward, so your hand in the box towards someone. Then you're bringing it back. C shape with your spine. Up to center, reach forwards. Back to center, scoot that belly button in, back up, then reach forwards. Now this time, we're going to roll all the way down. So control the movement, control with your core. One vertebra at a time. Bring your arms directly up and behind. Now, some people find this difficult. If you can't do this, don't do it. Exhale and lift up. If that's too difficult, you can use your hands to push yourself up. And do the roll down.
Do that.
My sister's a dancer. She was a professional dancer, and she cannot do this roll up. I've tried to teach her so many times. So some people can do it, some people can't. And just make sure the breath follows the movement. When you get to the top, you can reach forwards. Give me 2 more of that. And then on your last one, we'll come to seated. So again, we're seated on the floor, either legs down in front or crossed, however's comfortable for you. You can use the cushion behind your bum if you find it uncomfortable sitting on the floor. If you do find it uncomfortable sitting on the floor, you can sit on a chair. And we're just going to reach over and do some side stretches. So on these side stretches, make sure your sit bones both stay on the mat. So we're not rocking over, lifting one up. So again, it's not about how far you reach over. You're keeping both your sit bones on the mat. And you're breathing into this side of your rib, so right into your side. Feel the stretch. So inhale as you over, exhale as you switch. Make sure the fingertips on the mat is light, so we're not leaning into that hand. It's just nice and light on the mat. And then this time I want you to reach forwards with one hand as if you're drawn through water, and then paint a rainbow above your head. Reach through the water, paint a rainbow over your head. So you're following the movement, follow your hand with your eyes. We're really getting into the side stretch there. And keep with the breath. Is everybody okay? Then if you can, bring your knees, your legs like this. Is this uncomfortable for anybody? And then we're just going to stretch over. This is just a deeper stretch. And the other side. And then come forwards. And if you can, rest on the mat.
No, anyway. Be like the mat.
And then swap your legs over, and we'll do the same on the other side.
It's all right, just let them in now. It's gone. No. Just turn it off. I'll go and put it here on this time.
Can they hear? And come forward. And just feel the stretch.
That's been scratching together.
Then just lie back on the mat. So just get comfortable. You can have your legs, knees bent, legs flat, palms up. just get comfortable. And close your eyes. And just breathe.
Can you hear us on the phone?
So think about how your body feels on the mat. The back of your head should be touching. There should be a gap where your neck is. Your shoulder blades should be on the mat. Then there should be a gap where your lumbar spine is. Your bum resting on the mat. A little gap where your knees are. And then your heels. And just breathe. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your jaw, in your shoulders, in your fingers, in your toes. And just feel like you're melting into the mat. And just breathe. You should take some time out of every day to do this for yourself. To just relax. We end up flying around here, there and everywhere. And we don't do this enough. And then I just want you to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and start just moving your body. And we'll prepare to get up off the mat, so you can move your ankles, your wrists, whatever you feel your body needs. And then just slowly start moving and getting yourself up off the mat in whatever way you feel comfortable doing. So you might want to do a child's pose. You might want to do a cat-cow stretch, whatever you feel your body needs. Just come up to standing position.
Tilted.
Okay, so just check those feet again. Check your correct body posture. Bring your hands to prayer. So just pop your thumb on your sternum. We're going to inhale and exhale, rotate round to the right. So we're just moving the rib cage around the spine. Pelvis is staying directly forwards. And then move round to the left. So it's not a big movement. And just come up with the breath. So you're just moving that rib cage around your spine. On this next one, look back towards the back of the room, so you're just getting a deeper stretch on your neck. Your core's still engaged, your pelvis is still forwards. So inhale as you turn, a bigger inhale as you look to the back of the room, then exhale back to center. Inhale as you turn, deeper inhale as you look back, then exhale back to center. Do that once more on each side.
Oh, yeah. Right, we can hear.
And then arms to prayer, reach up to the ceiling, open your chest, Back to prayer. Reach up, open that chest.
Do I stop touching it?
Really stretch.
Bigger? It's stressing us out.
Chest open. And your shoulders. And then give yourself a clap. Well done.